Hey, welcome back to Walking the Dogs, the weekly podcast where we'll unpack how to architect GTM, onboarding, and customer experience across marketing and customer success to drive growth in small to mid-sized SaaS orgs using my growth framework. It's Lisa here, out with Dusty and Tanner, trying to wear off their endless energy and maybe solve a few go-to-marketing puzzles while we're at it. We'll surface a topic around G in the growth framework. G stands for gauge, and it's an important and beginning stage in getting a clear baseline. This is through a 360-degree audit of data, tech, and spend, and a key element of the growth framework. Tanner's already tugging forward, and Dusty, as usual, is suspiciously focused on something in the bushes. And that brings us to today's topic, focus, because most SaaS companies I'm in touch with and read about aren't struggling because they're too small. They're struggling because they're chasing too much. They don't have a total addressable market or TAM problem. They have a total relevant market problem. Let me paint the picture. You've got 10,000 accounts in your database. Feels exciting, right? So much potential. The rest, squirrels, lots of squirrels. And like Dusty, when he spots one, your go-to-market team ends up sprinting in circles and tiring out with nothing to show for it. Enter smart market sizing, or in other words, SMS, also known as SAM. SAM is your service addressable marketing you can do quickly to get your go-to-market motion and relevant. This is our first sniff test in the gauge stage of the AI growth framework. And it's about leashing your energy to just the accounts that matter right now. Here's how I walk the dog. Start by exporting your master target account list from tools like LinkedIn Sales Navigator, Zoom Info, or Sales Intel, and use your first-party data, usually located in your CRM like Salesforce. Then layer in filters, company size, install tech, industry region, even hiring intent, and many other intent signals are generally available. These are just a few. Next, score accounts based on real signals, and you can set up AI for automations to do this. Hit me up for some suggestions on that. The questions I ask of the data: are they growing their IT budget? Are they adding roles that align with your buyers? Are they using tools that integrate with yours? What you end up with is not just a list. It's your dog park. That actual fenced-in area where the right accounts are playing, ready for a nudge, a message, or a well-placed demo, free trial, or other offer. So from 10,000, you get to 243. That's the beauty of smart market sizing math, because chasing 10,000 accounts is chaos. But targeting 243, that's more efficient and eventually leads to scalable growth. And hey, your SDRs will thank you when they're not stuck cold calling accounts that just raised Series A funding in a completely different vertical. Now let's loop the second leash, AI readiness. You can't just duct tape ChatGPT, Cloud, or Perplexity to your funnel and expect pipeline. AI is not a shortcut for disorganized go-to-marketing. It's an amplifier, which means that if your systems are messy, AI is just going to amplify the chaos. So run an AI readiness checklist. It's like inspecting the yard before letting the dogs loose. Do you have clean and lead account data across your systems? Ask yourself, are your life cycle stages defined and enforced? Can you tell the difference between a recycled lead and a net new one? Are your systems actually talking to each other? CRM to map to CDP to your intent platforms. And here's a big one. Is your metadata enriched for smart segmentation, or are you still lumping everyone into SMB versus commercial? Because if that's context layer isn't in place, the segment personalization, route, or scoring, or anything else with intelligence, that's like Dusty chasing another squirrel. Hey, I admire the ambition and the fun, but we're staying grounded today. That's the real point of this stage. We're narrowing the walk to the right terrain, your actual addressable opportunity, and clearing the path so your tech and team can perform without friction. When we do this well, smart market sizing and AI readiness, you walk into the next stage of the growth framework. Reality check with confidence. You know which accounts to target, you know which systems are primed to execute, And you know that your AI tools won't just give you fluff, they'll give you focus fuel. So before you ramp up spend, launch your next outbound sequence, ask yourself, are we walking the right accounts? Is our yard clean enough to let AI do its job? We don't just scan the TAM, we run a focus segment execution and extraction, narrowing the field to the 3% who are budget ready, tech aligned, and pain aware. That's our dog bark. I'm Lisa, and I'll see you on the next walk with Dusty Tanner and a few better qualified squirrels.